Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be reading through One Piece chapter 1084. So I'm actually expecting a lot of big things happening in this one because if you remember the last chapter, so chapter 1083 was really interesting because we finally got context as to what happened at the end of the reverie, or during the reverie. You know, we had heard about how Sabo, the revolutionaries, they invaded Marija, they took back Kuma, they clashed with the admirals and all this stuff, right? So here's the thing, right? We finally got to see what happened, right? We saw glimpses of battles between the revolutionaries and Fujitora, Green Bull, whatever the heck, right? And it seems like there's a lot, there was a lot that was going on. And at the end of the chapter, so here's the thing, right? One thing I found interesting is that Cobra's death, right? Sabo is... One thing I like about what's going on right now is that the revolutionaries are like, okay, look, Cobra's death sucks because, you know, not every king in the world is a tyrant, is whatever the heck, right? There are some wise and kind kings over there, you know, out in the world, and Cobra happened to be one of them, right? So the revolutionaries were all, I think it was Sabo in particular, I think he was all like, all right, look, Cobra's death, it sucks. It really does suck. What a great guy he was. Rest in peace, Cobra. However, we can use his death for our benefit. So it's one of those things where I like how Oda is doing that, because you got to keep in mind the revolutionaries, a group of pirates, whatever the heck, they are technically they're technically the good guys, right? They are the good guys. They want to fight for freedom, whatever the heck. But that doesn't mean that their morals are absolute. Like, they're willing to get their hands dirty if it means to see progress on their mission. So with Cobra being dead, right? I think it was Sabo that mentioned this particular, like, in specific. If not, it was somebody else. But basically, like I said, Cobra is, he's gone, and they're like, hey, Cobra's gone, man. Rest in peace. However, his death is going to benefit our purpose, our mission right now, and we can use his death to, like, further strengthen our objective or whatever the heck, right? So they're using that as an advantage. So even though they like the guy, at the same time, hey, it is what it is. That's what it all comes down to. And at the same time, you got to think about this, right? At the same time, I feel like I'm saying that a lot, but look, Cobra was the king of the government. Like, he ran a country, right? I feel like the revolutionaries aren't really all about that. Look, it's kind of like up in the air. It's a toss-up. Like, we know what they stand for, but okay, look, I'm just gonna go in circles if I keep saying this. But basically, there's a lot of things happening here in the reverie, or we're finally getting a flashback to what happened. We even got a glimpse of Bonnie doing whatever she was doing, trying to rescue her dad, who we now know is Kuma. And we still don't know how the heck she ended up in Egghead, unless it was explained and I forgot. But the point is, she was there as well. She made an appearance. We got a glimpse into the powers, the abilities of the divisional captains for the revolutionaries, such as Morley and whatever the heck, right? All those guys. And then at the end, freaking Cobra was granted an audience with the 5 elders. And something about the way he was just sitting down and how that chapter ended, he just looked very chill. Cobra was just like, all right, look. He was just, it's almost like, did he know he was gonna die? Like, anyway, look, he was just accepting of whatever the heck was gonna happen. And he was just very chill. Kind of gave me a bit of Rayleigh vibes, to be honest, the way he looked, the way he was posing. So we need to figure out what the heck happened on that day, because a lot of things happened on that day that haven't been covered, and hopefully the way things are going, I'm expecting more of that detail to be covered in this chapter. And I do like that we are finally getting some lore into what happened during the reverie, because we know that a lot of frickin' things happened there, but we had only heard about it. All throughout Wano, we'd get, like, hints here and there. Oh, the reverie, this happened. And Moria and Blackbeard kind of squared off. Blackbeard was all like, hey, have you read the paper? Moria, this and this happened at the reverie, and da-da-da, So we're finally getting a glimpse into that. And one thing I do want to mention before I start reading this chapter, the topic of the Holy Knights came up again. Dragon mentioned the Holy Knights, and in the background there were like 9 shadows. So from our understanding, there are at least 9 Holy Knights. Now, who the heck are these people? I have no idea, but they gotta be freaking strong if Dragon is worried that if they move, then there is going to be an all-out war. So these Holy Knights, I'm wondering if they're like a tier below the 5 elders. And also, now I'm thinking, okay, their title the group's name, they're called the Holy Knights, right? So, you know, the Holy Land, Marija, whatever the heck. So now I'm wondering, is it possible that they could have had, like, played a part in the God Valley incident? As far as we know, it was just Roger and Garp versus Rock's pirates, right? And then the Celestial Dragons were there. That's as far as we know about the God Valley incident. So we don't know if there's any other parties involved. It could be, it very well could be that the Holy Knights were probably in motion there, and maybe that's why, like, God Valley's nowhere to be seen. It was just wiped off the map after the battle by freaking Im and her power, whatever the heck it is. Anyway, look, there's a lot of things that I could talk about, and I could keep going forever. But for right now, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to get started on the reading of this new One Piece chapter. So let's see what this week has for us. Okay. Alright, so it looks like Luffy's on the cover of Shonen Jump. This is a sick artwork right here. Dude, this is pretty good artwork. He's wearing a crown, holding a skull that says King. Hinting at the future, perhaps. This is pretty sick. I like this drawing. Salute to whoever drew that. Alright. Dang, we got a freaking nice color spread too. Look at this. Just in time for the season, spring, you know, late spring and summer. Got a color spread of all the One Piece, not all the One Piece girls, but a majority of the One Piece girls here. We got, who do we got here? The One Piece girls, we got Nami, Robin, Vivi, Yamato, Ulti's included, Perona, Carrot, Boa, Shirahoshi. Yeah, hey, this is a nice spread of the One Piece girls right here. I like it. Very, very in the season, you know what I mean? Good artwork here. I like it. Very colorful. It pops a lot. Yeah, pretty cool. Is that Bonnie at the end? Yeah, Bonnie's just holding onto a fish there at the end. Yeah. Is that Otama riding on, or carrying? No, hold up. Yeah, Otama is on the shoulders of Yamato. I didn't even notice her. She's so small. So Otama even made an appearance in this. Okay. Yeah, I could barely see her. She had a freaking... She's just so tiny. The purple hair kind of blends into Yamato's green hair a little bit here and there. Ulti's pretty... I like the way Ulti looks here. I wonder if we're ever going to see Ulti's face. Oh, and there's Reiju below that. I just saw her. Shirahoshi as well. Tashigi. Is that Sugar? Rebecca? Yeah, anyway. Sorry, I'm just observing the panel here. I'm just trying to see who I could point out. Ulti, what I was going to say. I wonder if Ulti is ever going to take the mask off. Like, does she have a mouth? I mean, she obviously got a mouth. But is she ever going to take that mask off? Dude, there's nothing holding it in place. It's just pasted on her face. Yamato, why does it feel like every time Oda draws her, she seems to be in the same position, like Yamato? Anyway, look, I'm not... Alright, let me analyze this panel later. Good drawing, Reiju. Yeah, I think I pointed out Reiju. I'm not sure. I just saw her. I think I did. Anyway, look. Cool color spread. Very in the season, up to date. I like it. Alright. Next page. Alright. Chapter 10... One Piece Chapter 1084. The attempted murder of a celestial dragon. Holy moly. Alright. Just by that title alone... Hey, that is going to be a big... Like, this is going to be a huge incident. Attempted murder of a celestial dragon? That's crazy. Yo, you know what can happen? Like, just touching one, right? Unleashes the admirals. Imagine murdering one. Holy moly. Like, you're talking, you're going to get your entire people killed. Holy moly. Alright, so, that's the name of the chapter title. Alright, so let's start reading. Hey, you know what? I got a feeling, right? If there's anyone that was... Okay, look. before I start reading, if there's any celestial dragon that could be murdered, that would be a target. It's freaking, what's that guy's name? The fat guy. Charlos? The guy we were introduced to in, Sabaody, who, got wrecked by Luffy by that one punch. Anyway, like, he seems like he'd be a good target. Nobody likes that guy. Anyway, let's start reading the chapter. So, One Piece chapter 1084, The Attempted Murder of a Celestial Dragon. Inside Pangea Castle, at the Holy Land of Marisha. Who took out the guards? Alright, we're starting with some action here. Alright, the guards are down. And there's, Sabo here. It looks like he's the one responsible for that. Okay. You're Sabo, right? Oh, okay. Look at this. We already got Bonnie here. Okay. You're Sabo, right? What? Jewelry Bonnie? I think we're both after the same thing. So let's skip the small talk. They broke into the guards' quarters and stole the slave collar keys. I did hear about Kuma having a daughter. I've always tried to keep tabs on Revolutionary Army activity. That's how I know you're trustworthy. I'll leave it to you. Wait. I'll leave it to you guys to get Dad's body to safety. Karasu. Yes. What the? Mission complete. Deliver the keys and tell Morley to get Kuma and the others. Back to HQ as soon as they're free. What about you, Sabo? I'll be right behind you after I'm done here. Understood. Be careful. Alright, so you got the keys. What's your next move, Bonnie? I'm off to Egghead. Alright, here we go. Here's how she got to Egghead. We're looking at it. I'm off to Egghead to see whether Vegapunk has a way to restore Dad's mind. And if he can't... I mean, I guess it makes sense that she would want to go to Egghead, but I wonder if she went there safely, or if she had to like freaking bail to avoid death or something. I mean, look, whatever. Let's keep reading. So I'm off to Egghead to see whether Vegapunk has a way to restore Dad's mind, and if he can't, ... and then interruption. There they are. Okay. That's weird. I could have sworn I saw something. It feels like there are fewer guards than ever around here. We're too short-handed to cover a big tower. To cover a tower this big. I owe you one. Okay, haven't you heard? You can blame you-know-what for that. What's that mean? Hey, there's gonna be a lot of people shipping Sabo and Bonnie because of this panel right here. He's carrying her. Took her to safety. There's going to be a lot of people shipping that if they're not already. Okay, so next page. So basically the guards are saying, haven't you heard? You can blame you-know-what, emphasis on that. So you can blame you-know-what for that. What's that mean? Next page. King Cobra, ruler of Alabasta, what have you come to ask? Perhaps I should start from the beginning. Hey, this panel's sick. Look at that. He's just sitting in front of all the five elders. And then the empty throne up there, who we know Im sits on, but she is nowhere to be seen. I wonder if Cobra found out about the truth. Alright, so Cobra is now sitting in front of the five elders. Alright, so he's about to talk. Hey, we're getting major lore backstory here. This is key detail information right here. As you are aware, the organization known as the World Government was founded 800 years ago, when 20 different monarchs came together. Their families all promptly moved to Marisha to live as one clan, referred to as the Celestial Dragons. And then the guy with the big mustache is just kind of hearing him out like ... just in silence. Alright, so he goes on. So he starts saying, the ones responsible for the creation of the world. And as such, they have ruled over their creation ever since. Internally, there were 20... Internally, the 20 were considered equal. Oh, and the guys, they seem... Now we get a picture of another two Celestial Dragons, and they're kind of like very intense. I don't think they're liking what they're hearing. So internally, the 20 were considered equal. And to ensure that no individual dictator would rise up from among them, they installed the empty throne. Each of them placed a weapon around the throne to symbolize their vow to never try and sit upon it. And at the same time, new royal families were handpicked to rule the nations. that the founders could no longer preside over. Those families are still in power to this day. In order to ensure the smooth transition, all references mentioning the previous dynasty's reign were removed from each of the founders' respective home countries. With the sole exception of Alabasta, the monarch at the time was Queen Lily of House Nefertari. While her name was immortalized as one of the founding 20, she did not stay to become a celestial dragon. Hey, this picture, the shadow silhouette of this Queen Lily that Vegapunk is mentioning, dude, she looks suspiciously like him. Just the silhouette. I don't know. All right, let's keep going. So Cobra says she did not stay to become a celestial dragon. Instead, she was returned. Instead, she was to return to Alabasta to continue her reign, which is why the Nefertari family has continued to act as sovereigns. Okay, and then the guy, Saint J. Garcia, like that we know his name now, they're all just listening very, like, with complete attention. They're like at any, dude, they're gonna wreck this guy. Anyway, okay, so, all right, next page. This also means that only 10 weapons were ever placed. Wait, no. This also means that 9 looked like a 0 to me. This also means that only 19 weapons were ever placed around the empty throne. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. All right. It's all as you say. But what exactly is your point? I scoured all of my kingdom's ancient texts, but as far as I can tell, all known accounts chronicling the period after the Void Century have one thing in common. Her name isn't mentioned once. Oh, alright. It appears Queen Lily never made it home to Alabasta. And the burden of ruling the country fell to her younger brother. Do you have any record of what became of her? Holy moly. Holy moly. We might be getting to something extreme right now. To be blunt. Alright, St. J. Garcia is talking. To be blunt. Okay, we just cut to a panel of him. 800 years is a very long time ago. It is true that of the 20 families that the Nefertari line did not move here. However, it was believed that the queen returned back to her country. After that decision, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that details about her motives and journey are lost to the annals of history. We simply do not know. Im's listening into this. Yeah, that queen has to be Im. Like, she looked just like her, the silhouette. Maybe. Let's see what... I feel like we're going to get freaking bombshells on this. Freaking truth bombs in this chapter. Alright. Let's scroll down slowly. Cobra's not buying it. Cobra's not buying it at all. Look at his face. In that case, what is the meaning of D? And just a shocked reaction right now. Holy moly. Okay, hold up. We gotta scroll down very carefully, right? I don't want to spoil myself I don't want my eye to catch anything on accident. Alright, so what is the meaning of D? Why do you ask? The truth is, a short letter penned by the queen has been passed down from one generation to the next. Look at this, dude. I'm getting chills right now. I'm not even kidding you, dude. If I could show you my arms, I would, dude. Woo! Alright. Listen to this. Let me read that again. Why do you ask? The truth is, a short letter penned by the queen has been passed down from one generation to the next. All the elders, right? The 5 elders, they are not liking what they're hearing. Look at their faces. Look how intense they look. Holy, what are we gonna learn here? Dang it, dude, I freaking cut. Okay, so we're not in the 5 elder chamber anymore. Cut to a different panel spread. Alright, public courtyard, Pangea Castle. Yeah, please stop. Please, I beg you. Okay, Kuma's in the scene. I think that's good, yeah. It hurts. Someone help me. If she keeps squirming, don't hesitate. I finally caught myself a giant mermaid. Excellent work, Charlos. Oh no, our beloved Princess Shirahoshi. Dang, this guy, he's still at it? Alright. I wonder what she eats. I'm gonna ride you to town every single day. And if you don't listen, you'll know nothing but pain. No, please, someone, anyone, help me. This is bad. Her papa and all the guards are all still in the meeting tower. Quick, before anything else happens. Run away. That's so heartless. We didn't see a thing. Dang, okay. Hey mermaid, did you just say no to me? I won't tolerate such defiance. She's a stranger. Forget about her. It's not like she was going to agree to any of our marriage proposals anyway. Out of the way, you spineless algae. Whatever. It's the delegates from the Ryugu kingdom. Don't be foolish. You'll doom your country. Alright, so she's, the brothers are coming to save her. Forgive us, Shirahoshi. We've only looked away for a moment. Let's go home and never come back to this rotten place. Big brother. You damn celestial dragons, Do away with the small fry. My invincible slave. Alright, yeah, Sakuma is just, acting based on orders right now. Okay. What? Whoosh, the big explosion right now. Okay. The warlord, Bartholomew Kuma. It truly is pitiful to see how far you've fallen. But we can't stop now. Let's do it. Ryoboshi, Mamboshi. Yeah. Get them, Kuma. Who cares if they're royalty? No one will complain if we burn them in what does that say? Oh wait. No one will complain if we burn them. Besides, they're just fish. Okay. So they're this guy is something else, huh? Like ever since his introduction in freaking Sabaody back in the day, it's all like, man, this guy is definitely the worst of the worst. Out of all the Celestials, I mean, he's really the only one that's gotten screen time, other than Miosgard, who basically, you know, he became a good Celestial Dragon after Queen Otohime interacted with him. He protected Shirahoshi, as we saw in the Reverie. But this guy right here, he's definitely, he's definitely the worst. Oda purposely made this guy just to get beat up and, like, for us to hate him. Dang. Wow. Alright. So, what's gonna happen here? Yeah, so someone's gonna try to kill this guy 100%. I wonder, okay, let's move on to next chapter. Not next chapter, next page. Shirahoshi, Rebecca. That's the baddie from before. What the heck? Princess Rebecca, he's the worst. Hey, Miosgard, I can hit him, right? By all means, I'll take full responsibility. But a royal like you must show restraint, Prince Fukaboshi. Okay. Alright, he's going in. Miosgard, you hit me earlier. How could you? Kuma, kill him. What's the difference, Miosgard? We can't just sit back and let him treat our little sister like that. Escaping is easier for them. They don't have a country to think about. They're pirates. Tantara. Okay, here comes Leo. Tantara Hashoken's secret art. Dang. Holy moly. Sir Leo. Sir Sai. Don't do it. He's a celestial dragon. Tail hammer. Drill dragon nail. Dang, so everybody just wants to kill this guy. Hey. Right on. Alright. Alright, so yeah, look at this action panel right here. We're all doomed. That must have killed him. We all saw it happen. They murdered a celestial dragon. Stop picking on Kuma. Oh, Morley's in the picture. You don't have to listen to anyone's orders anymore. It's okay. Let's go home together. What's going on? How did a giant get here? Morley, I've got the keys from Sabo. Hang on. Is he an intruder? That's Morley. He's a captain in the Revolutionary Army. Okie dokie. Let's head down, Karasu. Alright. Look how they no way they use that line. There's no way they use that line in this chapter. This guy's dad. Oh, look. It literally says, look how they massacred my boy. Alright. I like it. I'll give it up. That's pretty cool. I like that line. Alright. Alright. Oh, man. Alright, so, that's hilarious. Hey, I gotta give it up, you know. Salute to whoever included that line. That's hilarious. Look how they massacred my boy. Alright. And then we go to the next page. Alright. That was funny. Oh, dude, M is freaking going up the steps. In Cobra's presence. Holy mo. Look. Great M. King Cobra is still present. Cobra can't believe. Oh, Lily. Dude, I told you. I ever since he was freaking. Wait, hold up. All right, hold on. She just sat down. That's gonna no hesitation to sit on the throne. And that's gonna be okay. Look, that's gonna be the One Piece chapter 1084, and there's a break next week. Crap! Look at this right here. Im just showed up like that. Okay, hold up. All right. Let's calm down here because this is freaking big news right here. Up until this point in the One Piece storyline, nobody knew of Im's existence except for the 5 elders and Sabo. Now King Cobra knows it. Makes sense why he's gone, right? So here's the thing. We have what was established this chapter. Queen Lily never made it back home, and then the Celestial Dragons were like, "Hey, you know, we have no idea what happened to her. You know, that's lost to time, right?" The moment Cobra was talking about this so-called Queen Lily, and it just showed her silhouette, I was like, "That's gotta be Im. She looks too similar to the shadow that we've seen of Im." Also, I don't know why people think Im. I've seen people call Im a guy. I don't know how that happened, right? I don't know how people thought Im was a guy. Maybe he. Look, as far as I'm concerned, Im is a girl. She looks like a girl. The shadow, the eyes, the hands when she picked up when she was like touching the butterfly back in the day. Everything about this character's appearance looks like a woman to me. So and even the name Im, that sounds like a woman name. Anyway, point is, right? So, okay, look, I don't know. All right, look, let me not rant about character appearance right now. Okay, look here. So she is walking up the throne, walking up the steps to the throne, and then the elders are shocked. They're like, "Hey, great, Im, King Cobra is still present. Like, what the heck are you doing? Like, hey, we don't want to be seen." And then Cobra's just like, he can't believe what he's seeing. He's like, "What?" He doesn't even finish his thought. He's like, "What?" ... Freaking horrified look, as if he just saw the freaking devil himself. So, and then we see Im and just a single thought bubble or speech bubble saying Lily. And then she sits down. Okay, so this speech bubble kind of confused me a little bit because I thought that Cobra was the one saying Lily at the appearance of Im, but it looks like Im is the one speaking the name Lily. Look here, regardless of what is the case here, this is insane for this to happen right now. We are making progress here in One Piece. What the heck happened to my camera? I think I moved it when I smacked my table. Whatever. Yo, dude, we're really in the end game. Oda's moving this story like that. We are really in the end game. We are, holy moly. Hey, I don't want to go back to Egghead. Not yet. I want to go and continue this story. Oh, let me see if there's any post credits. Okay, there isn't because some chapters in the past have had post credits after the title that says chapter end, so there's no post credits here. All right, anyway, this is big news. So let's go back and see what the heck happened in this chapter. So Cobra spilled a lot of information for us, the viewer or reader. So he's sitting in front of the empty throne. He's all like, "As you're aware, the organization as a world government was founded 800 years ago." Then he goes on to say 20 different monarchs came together. All right, and then they were meant to be equal. I'm just paraphrasing here. And he's all like, "Hey, they were considered to be equal, and to ensure that nobody stepped beyond their power, they installed the empty throne, and then each of them placed a weapon to symbolize, hey, no one would ever sit on it." And then he goes on to say the following: so new royal families were handpicked to rule the nations, and then he goes on to say, the founders could no longer preside over those. Wait. In order to ensure this. Okay. Yeah. So in order to ensure the smooth transition, all references mentioning the previous dynasty's reign were removed from each of the founders' respective home countries. With the sole exception of Alabasta, the monarch at the time was Queen Lily of House Nefertari. And look at, dude, that looks just like him. The hair, the silhouette, even the shadow, like almost as if she's wearing the cloak, you know. She did not stay to become a celestial dragon. She was to return to Alabasta to continue her reign, which is why the Nefertari family has continued to act as sovereigns. And then he goes on to say, that also means that only 19 weapons were ever placed around the empty throne. Oh, okay, hold up. I gotta look at the picture of the empty throne. So if only 19 weapons were placed by each individual ruler, that means the 20th was planted there, right? Am I following? Hold up. This also means that only 19 weapons were ever placed around the empty throne. And then the elders are like, hey, it's all as you say, but what's exactly your point? And then Cobra's like, I've scoured all of my ancient kingdom's texts, my kingdom's ancient texts, but as far as I can tell, all known accounts chronicling the period after the Void Century have one thing in common. Her name isn't mentioned once. It appears Queen Lily never made it home to Alabasta, and the burden of ruling the country fell to her younger brother. Do you have any record of what became of her? And then St. J. Garcia's like, hey, to be blunt. And as this is going on, Im is listening in on the radio. So she's hearing all this being spoken about. 800 years is a very long time ago. It's true that of the 20 families, the Nefertari line did not move here. However, it was believed that the queen returned back to her country after that decision. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that the details about her motives and journey are lost to the annals of history. We simply do not know. BS right there. And Cobra can see through that. And then he's all like, what is the meaning of D? Why do you ask? The truth is, a short letter penned by the queen has been passed down from one generation to the next. Dude, we're getting so close. We're getting so close. This is freaking insane right now, dude. I think I got chills when I saw him show up. Holy moly. Yeah, there's no post credits. I just want to be absolutely sure that there's absolutely no post credits after this. So Im is sitting on the empty throne. Cobra sees her, and then all that we heard is Lily. Dude. And then even the caption is like, there was like no hesitation to sit on the throne. Holy moly. I guess this is when Sabo shows up, more or less, right? Because Sabo had to have learned of the empty throne as well, and he was in the newspaper. He was pictured over the dead body of Cobra. I'm convinced this is Lily. Like, honestly, I think Im is Lily. As far as like. Am I just... dude, I don't even know what to think, because this could go so many different ways. But the fact that this Queen Lily never made it back home, that says a lot right there. That's like suspicious, dude. Yeah, so only night I gotta see a picture of the empty throne to see if... This means the 20th sword was just planted there. It wasn't legit placed there by one of the rulers, you know, by the ruler, right? So it was placed there. This means that the 20th sword that was added was a government plant. Therefore, it's all been a lie all this time, 100%, as we know. But the 20th sword was never placed there by a legit ruler. It was only 19. And then I bet you the 20th sword is just, whatchamacallit? It was probably planted there by Im herself. She has a sword, right? Like, she has a sword. We saw her carrying a sword in her appearance, right? Maybe it's her sword that she placed. Let's see, this panel of Im in the throne room, or her secret garden, whatever the heck. I don't see her carrying a sword, but we know that she has one. Holy moly. Okay. I can't tell how tall Im is because it's just like a freaking cape. like just dragging miles behind her. Yo, dude, this is crazy. I'm trying to think here. Like, there's so many things that's going through my head, going through my mind right now. I used to have a theory that Luffy's mom was him. It was a crazy theory to begin with, but the whole purpose behind that was like, hey, wouldn't it be crazy, pretty interesting as well, if Luffy was the son to the most wanted man in the world, Monkey D. Dragon, as well as the ruler of the One Piece world. In this theory, that would have been him, aka Luffy's mom. That would have been kind of interesting, in my opinion, to have Luffy, the main character of One Piece, be the son of the two most powerful people in the world. That would have been sick. On opposite ends, that would being the most powerful people, fighting for complete different purposes. That would have been pretty cool, in my opinion. I'm having doubts now. I don't know what to think, but just by him making an appearance here, that's insane. Like, this doesn't even seem real. It almost seems like fan art. Also, one thing I'm just realizing as I'm scrolling back through the pages, the attempted murder of the Celestial Dragon, right? This is probably... It probably already went down as an act of war. I mean, it did. I mean, you attack a Celestial Dragon, it's essentially war. But by trying to murder one, this is effectively starting a war. Not only that, but notice who attacked. People from the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. Right? So on the other side of the world, the Straw Hat Grand Fleet did this to the Celestial Dragon, effectively making a statement against the world that, hey, we're gonna kill you guys. So that's going... Yeah, alright, so I don't know how that didn't cross my mind. I'm just looking at the pictures right now. Yeah, so the Straw Hat Grand Fleet effectively attacked and tried to murder Celestial Dragon. That's a huge war crime right there. So that's a big statement being made. So now that, we gotta take that into account as well. And as we all know, at the end of Dressrosa, it was told that the Straw Hat Grand Fleet would be the cause for a major event. And then the narrator's all like, hey, but that's a story for another time. I wonder if this is the event, or if this is going to be what leads into that event. The narrator's very vague with these things, just, you know, teases us, the viewer / reader. Just like with Egghead Island, you know, the last thing we saw of Egghead was the narrator saying, hey, you know, in one day, the infamous Egghead incident is going to go down, and that's going to it's going to send shockwaves throughout the One Piece world. But what the heck is going to happen with him here? Holy moly. I think this chapter needs, might need a more review specifically dedicated to it. I don't know. Look, there's so much to unpack and chew on here. Like, there's so much. And there's a break next week, so now we gotta wait 2 weeks for the next chapter. And I hope, you know, I think it was a few chapters ago or whatever the heck, where I was like, yeah, I wish we could kind of go back to Egghead to see what's gonna happen there. No, I want to stay here. Egghead, you know, take your time. I want to see what the heck is going to happen with Cobra, M, the Celestial Dragons, the 5 Elders. I want to see what happens here. This is huge right here. And we were so close to finding out the name, the meaning of the initial D. Cobra knows too much. He's gone. Yeah. It's... Holy moly. This is the closest we've gotten to the truth of the One Piece world. I'm just counting the... I'm counting the swords around the empty throne right now on this panel. It's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, Okay. I'm just reading through the panels again. Internally, the 20 were considered equal, and to ensure that no individual dictator would rise up from among them, they installed the empty throne. Each of them placed a weapon around the throne to symbolize their vow to never try to sit upon it. At the same time, new royal families... I'm just reading again. At the same time, new royal families were handpicked to rule the nations that the founders could no longer preside over. Those families are still in power to this day. In order to ensure the smooth transition, all references mentioning the previous dynasty's reign were removed from each of the founders' respective home countries, with the sole exception of Alabasta. The monarch at the time was Queen Lily of House Nefertari. While her name was immortalized as one of the founding 20, she did not stay to become a celestial dragon. Instead, she was to return to Alabasta to continue her reign, which is why the Nefertari family has continued to act as a sovereign. This also means that only 19 weapons were ever placed around the empty throne. Yeah. As far as I can tell, all known accounts chronicling the period after the Void Century have one thing in common. Her name isn't mentioned once. It appears Queen Lily never made it home to Alabasta, and the burden of ruling... Yeah. Dang. No, Lily has got to be Im. There's no, like... I can't think of any other possibility right now. This chapter's crazy. One Piece is crazy. Holy crap! Oda really wants to end the story within the next 2-3 years. Holy moly! Like, it really feels that way. In the past, Oda has said, "All right, One Piece is gonna end in the next 2 years, the next 5 years," and then that time passes. Hey, you know, we got more One Piece to shell out. It's nowhere near the end. Now that we're in the final saga, the way Oda has been freaking cooking these chapters. Dude, it's like, we're really getting to the end. And I know I say this knowing full well that after this chapter, One Piece is probably going to go on for another couple years. But we have never been this close to the truth of the One Piece world, the Void Century. Before, it was just kind of dancing around the subject. Yeah, it got mentioned here and there. Every now and then we got sprinkled some teasers of like, hey, you know, this happened. But now we're actually in the government itself. We're like right in there. Crazy. I don't know what to think. This is huge right here. Cobra is seeing him, and then the single speech bubble. Lily. ... Also, out of topic, but kind of not really. I've been playing a lot of Lily and Tekken 7 lately in preparation for Tekken 8. So I don't know, just wanted to throw that out there. Just kind of coincidence that this is going on. Anyway, look. Wow, what a chapter. Great chapter. This is a pretty good chapter. 10 out of 10, I think. I'm not even kidding. Like, yeah, this was amazing. Dude, I wish I could fast forward to next week. Or 2 weeks from now, I should say. Oh, I really hope they continue this part of the arc and not go to Egghead. Like, I want to see interaction between Cobra and Im. She has gotten no speaking lines. I think this is the most that she's spoken, I think. Unless she spoke during the Lulusia Annihilation incident, but I kind of doubt it. I don't remember. I would love to see Cobra interact with Im right now in the Five Elders. Like, I really would love to see it, and hopefully next chapter picks up right where this one left off. This is crazy. Anyway, for now, that's going to do it for my reading. One Piece chapter 1038. Wait, what chapter is this? 10... What chapter is this? 1038? Whatever chapter this is. I forgot. Let me go back. Did I say 1038? 1084. I was way off. Yeah, that's going to do it for my reading of One Piece chapter 1084. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what y'all thought about this crazy chapter. Holy moly. And other than that, hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe out there. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.